Hi guys, it's me. I am back again with my second video, and this time I'm going to come a little bit different simply because I tried to think what would be the best way to go about helping somebody who doesn't really know where to start, isn't really quite sure what to do first. And I thought, what would I have benefited from the most? And I thought a concise list of things that will, help get people who are just starting on their plant journey or starting their plant family, helping them get on the right track. So today I am bringing you Kay's top 10 best plant tips for new plant parents. And we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the list. Here we go. Okay, tip number 1 is do your research. I promise you it's going to save you time, money, and even a few plant lives if you just do your research. No one knows 100% of everything there is to know about any plant. So with that being said, use different sources, use different avenues, belong to different communities. Me, I have a Reddit. I belong to like 10 different plant communities on that. Instagram, I network with people who plant or have plant families all day long, literally. And there's all types of, even if you just Google things that you are interested in or things that you may have seen, just try to get as much information as you possibly can before you start. Literally, one of the reasons why it takes me so long in like a Lowe's or another little plant nursery or something like that is because as soon as I see something that I like, I'm jumping on my phone Googling what are its light requirements, what are its water requirements, does it like humidity? Different things like that are going to be super duper important to your environment and if it is conducive to the plant's growth. Tip number 2 is please analyze your home before you do any buying, any shopping, anything like that. Please analyze your home. You need to know, where are you going to put your plants? Is the room that you're going to put your plants in, does it have windows? Which direction are those windows facing? That's going to determine what kind of light you're going to be receiving from those windows, and that's also going to be really important for your plant. So light is broken down into 3 main categories. And those categories are bright light, which is going to be direct sunlight. The sun rays are sitting on the plant. Medium light, that's going to be diffused sun or diffused light, which is going to mean that the light rays are coming into the window. However, they are not sitting on the plant. The plant is away from the window, not in a corner or anything like that, just away from the window a little bit. And then lastly, you got low light. And low light is kind of tricky because I think that low light is in a bathroom with no windows, with the door open, but some people will categorize that as no light. So one of the things that people say low light is when there's no light coming through there's no light rays coming through the window at all. So these are things that you need to keep in mind when you go to shop for a plant, because that is really going to set up how happy the plant is going to be. Happy plants grow, unhappy plants die. All right, so tip number 3 is definitely take it easy when you are picking for your plant, when you're shopping for your plant. There are a few things that I like to look at when I shop for a plant, and a few of those things is the damage that the leaves that are already present have, and also are there any new leaves growing, any new type of growth on the plant at all. I like to go for plants that have a lot of new growth and low damage, because those have come in contact with the least amount of trauma, therefore they're going to do better in my home. Also keep in mind that if there's a plant that you like, or if you are a more tropical, bright flowering plant type of person, there are things that you can bring into your home to make your environment a little bit more conducive for your plant growth. Meaning, if you don't get bright light enough for the tropical plants, you can buy UV lighting. If you work crazy hours and you don't get the chance to, or you're too tired to water your plants when you come home, there's timers that can water your plants for you when you're not at home. Also, if you have little children running around or cats and dogs that you can't tell don't touch my plants, there are different types. I make plant hangers that get my plants off of the ground and into the air, or even the shelf plant hangers that I can make that get my plants again off of the ground and into the air. These are things that just little things that you can add to your home to make them a little bit more better for the growth of your plants. Okay, tip number 4, be Be flexible with yourself and with your plants. Understand that plants do go through a period of transition when you take them from their greenhouse and put them in your home. They're going to lose a few leaves. They're going to have some brown tips. These things are okay. The same way with life, don't look on Instagram and see somebody's beautiful, flourishing plant family and be like, oh my gosh, my plant family is not good enough because it doesn't look like that, or I have a few brown tips or something like that. Just be flexible and live in the moment, in the fact that you have plants, period. There's some people who haven't even tapped into the power that it comes with having a plant family. So just be relaxed, be flexible on yourself, be flexible with your plants. Understand that this is trial and error for everyone, literally. Tip number 5. So when you are planning on where to put your plants, keep in mind that plants need airflow. Everyone knows that plants thrive with carbon dioxide, but when they are bunched together or literally sitting on top of each other, they don't get the correct amount of flow that they need. So for instance, what I have here, I have 2 corn plants in one pot. However, as you can see, they're staggered. You have one that's low, you have one that's high. They're getting their airflow from 2 different parts. Again, in this example, I got my bird's nest fern down here, and I got my corn plants up here. Again, these 2 plants are staggered. So just keep that in mind, that you don't want plants on plants on plants sitting on top of each other, sitting super duper close to each other, because some plants do like to be bunched together. However, some plants will die if they don't have the correct amount of airflow. Okay, tip number 6 is actually my favorite tip, and that is to get up close and personal with your plants. Get to know your plants. Get up in there. You feel me? You got to understand that while you're watering your plants, that's the best time to just check and see, and really to do maintenance on your plants, because being observant and making sure that you stay on a schedule with checking your plants. And when I say check, I literally mean under every single leaf, under the top layer of soil. You can't be scared with your plants. You can't be scared of bugs, and you can't be scared of dirt, because at the end of the day, if you love your plants, you're going to protect them. And being aware and being observant is going to be your biggest weapon, your strongest weapon in combating any illness or diseases that your plants can contract, any pest issues that your plants can contract, before these issues turn into actual problems. I'm telling you, people, get up in there. You know, take it seriously. When I say these are my babies, I truly mean that. I take care of them like they're babies. Like, I really, really do. So, you know, take that seriously, because again, their life depends on you. So it's really up to you if you're going to take it seriously or not. Your plant journey is what you make it. Okay, tip number 7 I have is going to be open to knowledge, be open to education, be open to different people who know what they're talking about. Me, I've never been a self-proclaimed professional, because I still kill plants. I am still learning. Again, this is trial and error for everyone. I take what works best for me and I apply it to my other plants, and I just keep on going until it doesn't work anymore, and then I scale back and then I try again. So just get again, like I said, do your research on tip number 1. Be open to getting as much education, as much knowledge as you possibly can, because at the end of the day, the more you know, the better off you and your plants will be. I promise. Tip number 8 actually is something that I still struggle with myself, unfortunately, but you know, growth. There was no pun intended, I promise. But tip number 8 is be patient. You've heard it 1,000,001 times before. Rome wasn't built in a day. You can't plant your seed and harvest your fruit the next day. You know, you keep hearing stuff like this because it is vital. It is literally vital, because being patient with your plants is going to help you learn more about your plants, show you things that you've never seen. It's going to get you deeper into your plant journey, because every day you're going to notice something different, or every day you're going to notice a little bit more growth. So being receptive while you're being patient is super important, because while you're being patient, learning new things about your learning new things about your plants, you're going to learn the growth process of your plants. You're going to learn what they look like when they're babies and what they look like when they're healthy when they're babies. Things like that is going to be super duper important to your plant journey from the point that you start until the day that you can or no longer will be able to continue with your plant journey. Tip number 9 is actually a tip that I ran into rather recently, and as soon as I seen it, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is the best idea I have ever seen. Why haven't I thought of that? But tip number 9 is actually name a plant after you. So for instance, me, I speak positively to my plants. I also like to sing to my plants and things like that. So while I'm putting all this positive energy and all of this positive love into my plants, call their name. So for instance, Kayla, you're doing so well. Your growth is amazing. Kayla, this new growth is astonishing. You are just going on about your business, baby girl. I love it. But no, seriously, when you put that positivity into a plant, they feel it. And when you use your name, that's only coming back to you more. That's abundance, baby. Abundance. And lastly, we've come to the end of the list, but tip number 10, I feel as though, is one of the most important tips that are on this list. You have to have fun. Enjoy your plants. Enjoy your plant journey, because if you go into your plant journey with a goal in mind, you're not going to appreciate the little steps that it takes to get to the goal. Just go on your plant journey with the idea that every day you're going to learn something new about your plants. You know, sing to your plants like me. Talk to your plants like me. Take photo shoots with your plants. My plants even sit outside with me when I'm sitting outside tanning in the summertime. So like literally, I treat my plants like my babies. And when you do that, I promise you, you're going to get so much more out of your plant journey. I promise you guys. Well, that was the end of my list. I thank you guys so very much for tuning in with me today. I really also want to thank you guys for all of the outpour of positivity and kind words and just the interactions, period. Because if I didn't have you guys to talk to, I'd literally be talking to myself. So with that being said, again, thank you guys so very much for your time and also for your patience, because I know it did take me a little bit of time to get this second video out. I was working with a new program, but that's neither here nor there. Again, thank you guys so very much. One thing I also want you guys to keep in mind with this list is that every one of these tips can be taken and applied to your actual everyday life. Have fun with life. Do your research on every single thing and every single person you decide to have in your life. It's not a waste of time when you're putting that effort into yourself. So again, well wishes, love, light to all of my followers, all of my subscribers. Thank you guys again for being present. And I will be holding on to something a little bit longer, and that is going to be the winners of my mini plant hangers for your car. I'm sorry guys, I know, I just have a little bit more that I want to do for you guys before I give a winner. So just please bear with me. I got another video coming out really soon. So I hope to see you guys back with me again. See you guys.